Your host for the WDVX Blue Plate Special, Red Hickey.
Hey, y'all, welcome to the Blue Plate Special. It is real live music right here in beautiful downtown Knoxville, Tennessee. And we're here hanging out inside Visit Knoxville. You can feel free to join us if you like. Now, if you can't be here with us, it's streaming live right there on the WDVX YouTube channel as well. We have two acts for you here today on the show, visiting with us once again from Connecticut. Our good friend Shawn Taylor is here, and it's going to be up the second half of the show today. To get things started, he may be new to us here on the Blue Plate Special, but he's based right here out of Knoxville, Tennessee. Y'all give a great big welcome to Nathan Morgan to the Blue Plate Special.
Thank you all very much. I appreciate it. Glad to be here. I'm going to do a song now for you called Hey Sweet Mama. Well, hey, sweet mama, won't you tell me what's your name? Well, hey, sweet mama, won't you tell me what's your name? Well, hey, sweet mama, what's your name? You're looking too good playing all your games. Well, sweet mama, won't you tell me what's your name? Why don't you tell me, girl, when your daddy coming home? Why don't you tell me, girl, when your daddy coming home? He been gone a while, about a month or two. Ain't it about time he got home to you? Tell me, girl, when your daddy coming home? I say, hey, sweet mama. I say, hey, sweet mama, yeah. Well, hey, sweet mama, can I go home with you? Oh, yeah, take me home, baby. Well, I wanna love you, girl, but I just can't help myself. I wanna love you, girl, but I just can't help myself. I wanna love you, girl, I can't help myself. But you've been loving everybody else. I wanna love you, girl, I can't help myself. Well, now, hey, sweet mama, might move on down the road. Well, hey, sweet mama, gotta move on down the road. Well, hey, move down to Macon town. The next time I see you coming around, well, sweet mama, I'll move on down the road. Yes, I will. I say, hey, sweet mama. I say, hey, sweet mama, yeah, yeah. Well, hey, sweet mama, gotta move on down the road. I say, hey, sweet mama. I said, hey, sweet mama. Well, hey, sweet mama, gotta move on down the road. Yes, I will. Well, hey, sweet mama, gotta move on down the road. Down on to Macon, Georgia. It's a long way. Right. Thank you. Thank you all very much. Glad to be here with y'all today. Thank you so much again for having me. This next song I'm going to do for you, it's a song I wrote kind of about unfortunately, the darker side of life you may read about and hear about on the TV and on the computer and even in the newspaper nowadays. So, a couple of true stories here. It's a song called Woke Up Dead. As she pulled into the lot in a new Mercedes-Benz, far across town, so far away from friends. She met the devil there to get something for her head. Too much of a good thing, Barry woke up dead. Jesse had to have her, she was in his bones. Another man's lovely wife, another man's happy home. Well, he spied her from the shadows as she undressed for bed. Didn't see the husband, Jesse woke up dead. Well, I'm counting all the numbers, trying to beat the odds. All that really matters is who holds the cards. Working like a dog, trying to keep my family fed. Well, I can't change, I can't fight. Gonna live my life like another Saturday night. Live on, but not too long. We're all gonna wake up dead. Well, old Sam was a banker, Lord, he had been for years. Living off the hard times and other people's fears. Well, he's taking $1, not giving a dime. It's gonna cost him his head. The lawman's at the front door, but old Sam woke up dead. Well, I'm counting all the numbers, trying to beat the odds. All that really matters is who holds the cards. Working like a dog, trying to keep my family fed. All right. Well, I can't change, I can't fight. Gonna live my life like another Saturday night. Live on, but not too long. Yes, I'm gonna live on, baby, not too long. We're all gonna wake up dead. All right. Thank you.
Yeah, this is Nathan Morgan with us here today on the Blue Plate special. So, Nathan, have you always lived here in Knoxville?
I'm actually relatively new to the Knoxville area. Born and raised about 20 minutes south of Atlanta, Georgia, and moved up to Knoxville with my family, my wife and our 2 young boys, about almost a year ago now. So, been really taking in everything East Tennessee has to offer. So
that makes me feel a little better. Okay, I thought, why have we never met before? Okay, so it's taken a year now, but you're getting settled into this area pretty good. Because I looked at your tours calendar there on your website. You got some gigs there in the area as well as down in the Georgia area as well and stuff. So tell me a little bit about you. I mean, like, did you come from a musical family? Where did your love for music come from?
Yeah, so I grew up, I was blessed and fortunate enough to be born in a family that loved music and had records playing or tapes playing back then, 8 tracks maybe even. But everything from Motown and Stax to Southern rock and roll or old country music every morning just about. And oddly enough, I'm the only person in my family that actually plays an instrument, or plays guitar, I should say. But the love and appreciation for music was there from the start, and I was the one who picked up the 6th string and took off from there.
So how old were you there when you started playing music?
Oh gosh, probably 10, 11 years old. Went to a concert. My dad took us to a concert to see John Fogerty from Creedence Clearwater Revival when I was probably 10 years old, and I was hooked from the word go after that.
So what about the songwriting part? When did that come along for you?
The songwriting part came along later just because I was so enamored with guitar, first of all, but actually starting to listen to words that people were singing and learning that it just wasn't all about how well you could play a guitar or how you made it sound, even though that's incredibly important and that catches ears. People write songs for a reason and they have a message and they want to get that out there. And for one reason or another, they they want to reach people and or try to express to people what it is they have to say, and it's an art unto itself. And I've been doing it maybe a little over a decade now, and it just continues to surprise me every day about the stuff that you're constantly thinking about lyrics, you're thinking about phrases, you're seeing things out while you're walking down the road or driving in the car. It just hits me, and I'll have a pen and paper nearby all the time now. So for that reason, so.
So I always like to ask people if they like to co-write. Are you one of those people that likes to write with other folks?
Absolutely, and I've been fortunate enough to co-write with family, friends. Matter of fact, I'll probably play a song today that was written by me and my older brother. So we were able to write together. So.
Oh, okay, cool. Well, as I mentioned, coming up on Sunday, he'll be performing right here, right down the road in the Old City at the Wagon Wheel. And on April 20th, he will be in Gainesville, Georgia. You can find the complete tour schedule by visiting. I've found it there on by searching him on Reverb Nation. You can also find him out there on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, all those social media platforms as well. There is merch available right over there at the merch table after the show, and you can feel free to shake his hand and just thank him for being here with us and making some music for us here today. I'm going to back on out of the way, y'all. This is Nathan Morgan on the WDVX Blue Plate Special.
Thank you. Well, I guess I better tune back up before I do this next song. This next song right here is actually a song called Time Sure Flies. It's about love and loss, things that are, I'm sure, fairly common to all of us here in this room and anybody listening. So. Seems like yesterday I was your man. Just a minute ago you held my hand. But in the blink of an eye, you stole my heart. Now time sure flies when you're falling apart. Well, I'm fixing your favorite meal tonight. White wine, red roses, soft candlelight. I waited with heartache as the hours rolled by. I went to bed lonely with tears in my eyes. Well, I can't shake your memory, you still haunt my dreams. I guess I'll go back to the start, 'cause time sure flies when you're falling apart. Well, I lost your beauty some years ago. Where your loving time went, I'll never know. I told you that I loved you and I'd never go away. So there's the moss-covered stone on the ground where you lay. Well, I can't shake your memory, you still haunt my dreams. I guess I'll go back to the start, 'cause time sure flies when you're falling apart. Well, I can't shake your memory, you still haunt my dreams. I guess I'll go back to the start. 'Cause time sure flies. Time sure flies. Well, now time sure flies when you're falling apart. Thank you. Thank you all very much again. All right. I'm going to do a somewhat of a newer song I've actually just written here recently. Talks about, it's a song called Camelot. And I've always had this, always growing up, I always listened to stories and loved to read books about history. And one of the things I always liked was King Arthur and the story of Camelot. And you've heard that phrase a few times over the course of history, talking about just the perfect place and place you may call home. But growing up, I was lucky enough to, like I said, be raised in a house with a lot of music and love from our parents. And growing up and going out and now that I'm a husband and a father myself, it's a place I like to think back to for reference and a place for happiness and peace. And it's kind of my own personal Camelot. So. Memories that don't seem so long ago can make me smile and make me cry. Sunday morning song in my favorite show. Mom and Dad grin as they pass by. Never scared 'cause Dad was built like stone. Mama smiled and dried my tears. And he was the foundation that I was built on. That's why I'm still standing here. So tell me, what in the world do I do now? How do I get back to Camelot? Let me just relive all my memories and find peace if the Lord allows. Tell me what good is a love cut short? The sting of death that'll cause you pain. But it don't lead to pills and slamming doors, diving into the bottle again. Tell me, what in the world can I do now? How do I get back to Camelot? Let me just relive my memories. Find peace if the Lord allows. Am I the only one that remembers? Or maybe just in my own way? Singing songs all about the pretender, watching the games that people play. Till then, what in the world can I do now? How do I get back to Camelot? Let me just relive all my memories. Find peace if the Lord allows. find peace if the Lord allows. Thank you. All right, y'all. Thank you again so much for everybody for coming out and everybody listening. So be sure to come say hello to me after all this is over with. I got some merch over there, and Shawn Taylor coming up later. So yeah, I'll be glad to meet you, shake your hand, and talk to you. I want to get to know everybody. So this last song I'm going to do for you guys, it's a song I wrote, as I said earlier, with my older brother, Gus Morgan, and he plays a little guitar here and there. You know, after I picked it up, he'd kind of copy me for once instead of the little brother copying the bigger brother. It was the other way around for once, and he got into music and actually turned out to be a really good songwriter too. And we get to work together a little bit here and there on songs. And this is probably the first one we ever wrote together. It's about our dad growing up. It's a song called "Come Home." So. I remember when you were just 13, telling me all of your dreams. I just couldn't understand. Sometimes I still don't. But the world was waiting and you hadn't made your plan. It's a different time than the one I rocked you in. Mom's not here to see what could have been. And though you've gone oh so far away, some things don't change, and I just want to say, so come on home, talk about the things that you've seen. 'Cause this old house is still full of great memories. It's where I taught you right from wrong, and that old room is where you wrote your first song. So come on home. Won't you come on home? Lord knows I didn't do everything all right. The things I did kept your mom up at night. I hope there's enough good for you to recall, to pick up the phone, listen when I call, and come on home, talk about the things that you've seen. 'Cause this old house is still full of great memories. It's where I taught you right from wrong, and that old room is where you wrote your first song. So come on home. Broken man that went astray is not the man that I am today. I'm just trying to do the very best I can. Yeah. So come on home, talking for the things that you've seen. This old house is still full of so many memories, and the yard still looks the same, and your mama's picture's still in that old frame. So come on home. So come on home. You're still my main man. So Thank you. Thank y'all very much.
That's Nathan Morgan on the WDVX Blue Plate Special. Again, you can find more information by searching him out on Reverb Nation, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok. He's out there in the places. Sunday, he'll be down in the Old City at the Wagon Wheel, and April 20th in Gainesville, Georgia. Feel free to stop by that merch table, shake and howdy with him, and thank him for being here with us today. Support for the WDVX Blue Plate Special comes from listeners just like yourselves, from the Corporation for Public Broadcasting, the Tennessee Arts Commission, downtown Knoxville, Visit Knoxville, and Barley's. It's in Knoxville's Old City, and it's where we have the Big Plate every Friday at noon. Coming up this Friday, the Dirty Gospel will be there with us. You can always visit our website at WDVX.com to find the calendar of upcoming performances on the Blue Plate Special. Tomorrow brings Beyond the Stars and Scott Levi Jones. And again, as I mentioned, the Dirty Gospel will be with us for the Big Plate on Friday. Saturday, it's Jeremiah returning to visit with us. That's Jeremiah of Jeremiah and the Red Eyes. And Ashley Virginia joining us on Saturday. Again, you can find all of that at WDVX.com. Also, this is one of those kid stuffs weeks, Saturdays as well, just so you're aware. So as we, roll along with our Blue Plate Special, if the radio audience could just see how many bells and whistles and attachments are connected to Shawn right now. It's been a little bit of a complicated kind of changeover for us. He's got it though. I mean, he travels around with all that stuff in a little bitty car, visiting with us from Connecticut. You all give a great big welcome to Shawn Taylor, back to the Blue Plate Special.
Thank you very much.
Well, we used to skip stones across the river. You know the place. That's where to go when the time it comes. That's where to go. Well, we used to fry fish from that river. Didn't care how dirty it was, made them so spicy hot, couldn't help but cry. We laughed all through the tears. That's where to go. That's where to go when the time it comes. Where we stole our first kiss by that river, sweet honeysuckle down low by the water's bank, soft and slow, like a true song, pure harmony. Then the years they roll by like that river, bright leaping highs and deep muddy lows, and the laughter, so much laughter in between. That's where to go. That's where to go. Ashes to ashes and dust to mud. like that stone skipping across the water. No matter how high or how far, how many times is one last skip, and it sinks down to the floor. Oh, but those ripples are so beautiful. Lay me down by the river, may it bear me to the sea. Lay me down in the river, let it wash all over me. Whatever sinks down to the bottom, it'll be as it should be. And I'll just wait there in the ooze for you to sing a river song with me. Where we used to skip stones across the river, you know the place, that's where to go when the time it comes. That's where to go.
Thank you very much. Oh. So maybe we'll turn that down just a little bit. How's everyone feeling this morning? How about Nate the Morgan, man? That was a killer set. Talk about great songwriters. I bring this little instrument around because I camp a lot, and this is what happens to a guitar when you leave it out in the rain. So this is a song about stories and the nature of songs and the nature of truth itself, I guess. Just get it in tune, though, real quick. Sorry. So I spent the last couple nights up in the National Forest up in Virginia, and up in the mountain on Coal Mountain, and it was beautiful. Saw the sunset. Played a bunch of guitar, met some thru hikers on the Appalachian Trail, and spent some time in the rain, and here we are.
I can tell you what you want to hear, but it may not be true. I could tell you we got this, it'll all work out. Hell, the sky is blue. We can just listen to the rain beating on the window pane. You know it always tells truth when I tell you that I love you. You can know at least this much is true. I can tell you I get it, I understand, well I stand with you. Well, I'm on my back in my comfy home, throwing likes over my cool new phone. Know they're living you. Ah, but can't you see the dissidence glaring in bright blue, like that gulf between me and you? When I tell you that I love you, you can know at least this much is true. I could tell you a story about the earth, the moon, the stars, and me and you. We could laugh and cry and climb so high and fly way high up in the sky. not a word of it is true. Ah, but can't you feel the gentle tug pulling on that string to your heart from me to you? When I tell you that I love you, you can know at least this much is true. When I tell you that I love you without saying, you can know at least this much is true. You can know at least this much is true. You can know at least this much is true.
This is Shawn Taylor with us here today. As I mentioned, he's based out of Connecticut. Usually, this isn't like the normal time for you to come down this direction, is it? Because,
No.
like, a lot of times the kids get to come with you.
They do. We timed it different this year, and I found out it's a little colder in the mountains than I was expecting.
Yeah. Well, welcome to spring
Yeah.
in the South. It's very unpredictable. You can generally predict wet. Other than that, you can't predict a lot here. Okay, so you just told us you've been hanging out there in the forest doing the thing. Do you ever? Is that a good time for you to write new songs?
That's pretty much why I do it. I love to, I grew up backpacking and hiking and did the Appalachian Trail, through hike the Appalachian Trail. And since then, I've been trying to replicate that experience of just walking and reflecting and traveling all the time. And so music has been a kind of a way to do that, especially camping in the mountains along the way. So sit by the fire, percolate some coffee, and pull out the guitar.
Well, so what's the weirdest thing that's ever happened to you when you've been just out there in the wild?
The weirdest thing, I think we have FCC rules probably, right?
Oh, okay.
No, I don't know. I'm just joking.
Wow, it gets wild out there, doesn't it?
No, there's been a lot of things, but nothing probably that comes to mind. In
No
short
bears,
story.
no aggravated campers that didn't appreciate your music or any
No, I haven't
that
had.
overly liked your music?
No, I haven't had any bad experiences along those lines. But I did hike up for the sunset on Coal Mountain the other night, and on my way down, I stayed up there a long time. And on the way down, I had a coyote run across the trail in front of me. So I thought that was an odd experience. And
Yeah, it's
I looked
odd.
at every set of eyes after that a little differently, and they all turned out to be deer, but I yelled at them like coyotes. So.
Well, okay, so it looks like you've got some merch available over there for the folks today as well. Okay, on April 12th, he will be headed, that is Friday, to Roanoke, Virginia, and Saturday in Franklin, North Carolina, and then Sunday over to Nashville to the Bluebird Cafe.
That's right.
I'd say that little trip right there inspired a different traveling date to the south there for you than we're normally used to seeing you in the summertime. I think you're
Often, yeah.
Yeah.
I've been here down in February too, every random February, but.
Feel free to shake and howdy with him after the show and just thank him for being here with us today and making some music for us. It's Shawn Taylor on the WDVX Blue Plate Special.
Thank you, Red. This is a song I wrote on a lazy Sunday afternoon sitting by the river. Can you guys hear the guitar out there? Is that coming through? All right. It's chilly, but it's warm in the blanket with you. Your head daydreaming, watching the river roll on through. That other time, that other place, all those other things to do, they don't matter here by the river with you. Sun comes up and the sun goes down again. Just walk beside me once again. When we feel the frost cutting, we'll know it's time to get inside. But for now, we'll just step back. We can live outside the lines.
But for now, we'll just kick back. We can live beyond the lines. There's something about a Sunday afternoon, sitting by the river being lazy with you. The sun comes up and the sun goes down again, in the hills at night, rolling like we do. It doesn't matter any way we do. Sun comes up and the sun goes down again. Just walk beside me once again. When we feel the frost cutting, we'll know it's time to get inside. But for now, we'll just step back. We can live outside the lines. But for now, we'll just lay back. We can live beyond the lines. But for now, we'll just kick back. We can live outside the lines. There's something about a Sunday afternoon, sitting by the river being lazy with you. Yes, there is. Thank you.
Yeah, is there nothing coming out of there? So it sounds like my guitar might not be juiced up properly. There it is. Well, I apologize if you didn't hear out there in Radio Land. It's a difficult balance we walk up here sometimes. And speaking of...
You sang a cappella.
I sang a cappella, right. Man, I hate to hear that recording. Speaking of balance, this is a song... Red mentioned I've had the good fortune of bringing my family on the road. My kids were 7 and 9 years old. It's the first time we brought them on the road. We decided the appropriate amount of time to bring a 7-year-old and a 9-year-old on the road for the first time is about 6 weeks. Turns out it's like 6 minutes, maybe 6 hours if you're lucky. But long story short, we stuck it out the whole 6 weeks. But on day 4 of a 6-week trip, we got caught in a flash flood in Hendersonville, North Carolina, and it was a huge balancing act after that, and especially if you ask my kids what it's like to bring their parents on the road, they'll tell you it's all about balance. And so this is a song about balance. Dance with me. I can't find my balance. Please dance with me. Dance with me. 'Cause I can't find my rhythm. Please dance with me. Down by the river, sing with me. 'Cause I can't find the key, no got the words to break it down. Just sing with me. Breathe with me. I can't find my center now. Please breathe with me. When down from the mountain falls a boulder with the thunder like the river to the sea. So it's one to a pebble, softest pebble on the beach. Breathe with me.
center now. Please breathe with me. Down by the river, rolling, dancing, singing on to the sea. Through the fog of new mornings, we can breathe. Dream with me. I can't find my faith right now. Please dream with me. Dance, dance with me. Dance, dance with me. Love, love with me. Dance, dance with me. Thank you very much. That's a song called Balance. This is a brand new one. It's about rolling with the punches. Gotta roll with punches. Might have to throw and catch some too. When you're home, bloody knuckles are the ones lumping down on you. You gotta lay it down. There's a sharp turn up ahead now. This just could be it for you. Don't pull back the throttle. Slow down and think it through. You gotta slow it down. Gotta grow from the punches. Get up and try a little something new. So take my hands, my old friend. Let's make this work for both me and you. We gotta lay it down. Down on them, me and you. When I'm alone, when I'm alone, when I'm alone,
Thank you. That's a song called Roll.
It's Shawn Taylor with us here today on the Blue Plate Special. So we've got time for one more tune here today. How about we get one more round of applause for Nathan Morgan, the first half of the show here today?
Yeah.
And we want to invite everybody back again tomorrow. We're going to do this all over again, except with Beyond the Stars and Scott Levi Jones. So you can always find out who is headed in our direction by visiting our website there at WDVX.com. Click at the top of the page. It'll take you to the website calendar there, so you can find out not only who's headed our way, but also it'll link you to their website so you can learn more about them as well. ShawnTaylorTunes.com for more information. Heads up Roanoke, Franklin, North Carolina, and Nashville, Tennessee is headed in your direction. Thank you so much for being here with us today. Will you leave us with the last tune?
Of course.
Okay.
Thank you for the hospitality.
Sure.
And speaking of hospitality, this is a song about home. Thank you all for being here. And thanks for listening at home.
Every time that I go home, well, I drink a little too much beer. And every time that I go home, I remember why I ran away from there. And every time that I go home, I'm saying something that I probably shouldn't have said. That's the truth. Every time that I go home, I always end up right back here. That there's no place like home, except for sometimes when you're there. No place like home. Now I wish I could go there. But every time I hit the road, it's every time that I go. Every time that I leave, no matter how far, no matter how long the road may go, no place like home, except for sometimes when you're there. No place like home. Now I wish I could go there. Lay down by the river, hear those trains roll by at night. Sing the songs that we used to sing when you were still alive. Every time that I go home, I remember why I came back here. every time that I go home, I can see your face and all of theirs. Every time that I go home, my dysfunctions, they don't seem so bad. Every time that I go home, I'm airing all the laundry that I have. No place like home. No place like home. No place like home. 'Cause there's no home without you there. Every time that I go home.
Thanks for listening.
That's Shawn Taylor. Thank y'all, and join us again next time for more real live music on Blue Plate Special.